Welcome to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. Are you a goofball that loves Giants football? If so, sit back and relax as we talk about the team that both excites and frustrates us so much. And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. I am Drew, joined as always by...
Me, I'm Rob, with a special guest again.
Oh, yes, we got Will. Will's back for yet another round. I think Will actually owns the record for most times on our show, actually, which I'm not sure if that's something to be proud or embarrassed of, really.
Very proud. Very proud. Is it episode 500? Am I here for episode 500?
No, that was like 2 weeks ago. You're a little late for that.
Past 500.
Yes.
506.
Considering we do 3 a week, this is probably like 506 or so. I don't even know.
Let's go. I hold the record, though. Love to hear it.
It was Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
you were this close to being to our
5.
Yeah, you were this close to being with our third pod anniversary, because that's coming up here in a couple of days as well, though. So we're
in between everything, but happy to be here. Good to see you guys.
So, and a lot exciting going on for you, Will. Obviously, you got your new show now out, 2 Point Bros podcast. You've gotten married since you've been on the show last. You bought a house.
Congratulations.
Woo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like listen, we had Bobby on a couple weeks ago, and he had just gotten married as well. I feel like there's like a thing if people get married and then come on to the Two Giant Goofball show is what it seems like is what's going on.
I love to hear that. Yeah, life has been crazy. I appreciate the podcast shout out. Me and my brother Matthew, we kind of rebranded. We were doing it on a YouTube channel that was like a pet project of mine. And we were like, hey, let's restart it. A little bit more football focused than Giants focused. Since I'm in New England, I don't get to just talk Giants football. I have to talk about the Patriots and other teams.
Sorry.
No, it's totally fair. But my brother Matthew is actually an amazing co-host. And so it's been a ton of fun. But yeah, we got married, me and my wife, got a house. I just started a new job today, so that's why the new podcast hasn't been going as much. So life is just crazy.
New job too. Sheesh. Everything's new.
New car?
My car is in the shop, and let's keep our fingers crossed. I don't need a new car, so let's not do that, right? So let's all just take a moment, fingers crossed for Legacy the Lexus.
You've had a pretty expensive year thus far, so let's hope not for
seriously.
Yeah. But happy to be here. Happy to talk some Giants football.
I'm sorry you got to talk about the Patriots so much. That sounds very deflating.
Yeah, that's funny. I'll have to send that clip to my brother. He'll love that. I'll get a lot of flack.
Yeah. So, guys, we got a lot to talk about here. Is we're kind of ending the fan portion of the training camp there. So, what that means is things get a little more hush hush, and things aren't going to be quite visible. Which, to be very frank with you, no matter what anybody wants to say, that becomes the real start of training camp. Because when the media is out there, when the fans are out there, they don't want to show you the crazy stuff they're working on. That's going to be later on when nobody else is watching. You're going to see the watered down version of the offense and defense when the fans are there. So, like I said, we're going to go over some of the more stuff with as far as the media talking to some of the players out there. We have a brand new Giant. We have guys really pushing for a roster spot. Like, quite frankly, I don't think anyone has thought had a chance to be pushing for a roster spot. He seemed just like a camp body there. We got Brian Dable with his new BFF, apparently. We got another crazy psycho suggesting that we trade Kayvon Thibodeau. You already know where we think about that there. And of course, as always, we got to do our rapid fire segment here with Will, because that's our new thing. It's fun. We put people under the gun there.
Kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of nervous. So
listen, that's what we like here. We like making people nervous.
Good. Fine by me.
Yeah.
Drew, where you at today? Is it hot?
Before we started the show, just randomly talking to them.
Yeah, it's warm. I'm starting to warm up.
There we go. Well, you are in New England. You need a little warming up potentially. So, how's the weather there? Is it warm there as well?
Yeah, that's like a misconception about New England. It's hot in the summer, like really hot. Like we've had days close to 100 degrees, so muggy and humid. It just gets really cold. You basically just get all 4 seasons, but you really get all 4 seasons.
You know, it's funny. I was just talking to somebody the other day. I said, people think that because I'm in the Tampa Bay area that it's ridiculously hot all the time. Now, it's very humid. That's just par for the course.
Yeah.
But we hit 100 degrees here for the first time ever.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We've hit it like 3 times.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not as
last
hot
week it was 3 in a row. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, we had one day. Now we did get a heat index of 119 of the day, so that's kind of bad.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that's a little rough. We managed through. So speaking of managed through, let's talk about the Giants.
Let's go. I like that transition. That was good.
Exactly. So we got to talk a little about Darius Muasau, who, listen, guys, we drafted this kid. I don't think anybody thought there'd be a big role intended for him, but he's really impressed a lot of the people there at the Giants front office, and played a bigger role, obviously, his rookie season than what a lot of people expected as well, obviously. And there's been whispers. We talked about it before on the show. There's been whispers that people are wondering, hey, could we perhaps rid of Bobby Okereke and save a ton of money and start Darius Muasau? Which, first off, I'm sorry. If you think that Muasau can go ahead and right now go in and play the same role that Bobby Okereke does, there's just I'm going to ask you to pee in real quick. I'm sorry, because you're on something. There's no doubt about it. But
hey, can you share, please?
What was that? You're breaking up there. Yep, you there?
I said, can you share, please?
The drugs. He wants the drugs.
I'm sorry. You're on a delay for some reason, Rob. You're talking, and then I hear you like 5 seconds later. So
it might be better now.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's better, but not great yet.
I'm back.
Which ironically, the grade you got on your last report at work, I heard as well when you were trying to sell some vacuums. Oh my god. Anyway, guys, I like the fact that we have a late round pick though from last season, that even with everything great we had in this rookie class last year, even our last guy we picked up in the draft, people are positive on. So I think they're crazy for talking about him replacing Okereke. I like there's positivity at a guy that in draft night everybody was kind of like, who, what, huh? So
yeah,
he talked a lot to there's a big delay there. I saw your mouth move. I heard nothing come out, Rob. Check your mic. I think your mic's busted.
Check your mic.
There we go. Now you're in. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Darius Muasau talked about playing in Hawaii. He said it's very physical. I would say that the one word to describe football in Hawaii, all we do, a lot of us just run the rock. So everyone just runs the ball. So I went to Milani High School, which I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. My Hawaiian is not the best. And we were very pass-oriented. My teammate was Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback for the Browns right now. I also played running back at the time, so that was very unique in my journey, playing running back all the way up to like senior year. That's when I made the transfer to linebacker. It was very hard-mouthed, just run the rock, physical, contact every play. And listen, guys, we all know, like, a lot of us love Hawaii. Let's be honest, it's not the worst place in the world to go. So I have mixed feelings after being stuck there during COVID with my honeymoon. That's a whole separate story for the day. But it's a beautiful island. Not a ton of people, because they are very small islands. Like, you literally can go drive across these things in like 45 minutes, even the largest one. That's just life. So not a ton of people. How many Hawaiians have we seen play in the NFL? Like, it's a crazy amount that come in there. So
yeah,
he's not wrong. Like, if you want to go and be in a place where you can go ahead and play high school football against higher level of talent, there's worse places to be than Hawaii. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's a fair statement.
Yeah. The two things that come to mind, I think people forget Bobby Okereke's season 2 seasons ago and how good he was for us. Mm-hmm. I know he had not a great year last year, comparative. And also, I don't know about you guys, but I can't remember the last time the Giants had like good depth at multiple positions. So I'm happy to hear we might have some solid depth at the linebacker position, which is one of the most important positions on the defense. Feels good that there might be some solid, depth there, because we need it. Especially when you consider the fact that Abdul Carter also can play the off-ball linebacker position as well, and probably will at some point. We've talked about in the show, is it'd be kind of interesting to see if maybe they use Carter kind of like they used others in the past, to take McFadden out and then go ahead and put Carter in on third downs like that, specifically on the off ball, because then you have all three of the big edge rushers on at the same time, and Carter can go ahead and also cover. So it makes you wonder what's going to happen with Muasau this season, though, because of that as well. But we'll see. I mean, listen, he seems very optimistic. He said on his ability, he said, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest,
But when I get out there, I feel like that's what makes me unique is just my instincts. That's why I'm able to play at this level. And I feel like that's what made me unique. That's why I got to the NFL. I feel like it's just my instincts. And then he says, it's just hours and hours of studying film, playing football since I was like 6 years old. I always do love the guys that are film guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like how many guys we had come in that are physical phenoms? And I'm not talking about just Giants, but the NFL. Physical phenoms. One injury, they're done.
Yeah, Chase Young comes to mind always for me. Like I remember him just being this insane prospect. So jealous when Washington got him. And where is he now in the Saints? And he's not as relevant as anyone expected.
He had the same hype, just to make people remember this. He had the same hype when he came out that Abdul Carter has right now. In fact, you could up that even above what Carter had. Like he was like
number 2 pick.
Yeah. But even beyond that, he was like the second coming of LT in people's mind.
Yeah.
Like he was going to be the can't miss Pro Bowl caliber. Let's just measure him for the gold jacket now. Yeah. Like that's the kind of prospect he was coming out. Kind of like, guys like Andrew Luck, for example, got coming out, but obviously at a different position. But that's the kind of hype he had.
Yeah. And then one injury, and it felt like he never came back from it.
Honestly, I thought he was overrated his rookie year even.
Yeah, he probably was. Yeah, a little bit.
So I don't know how much of the injury and how much was it him having trouble at the next level. But, like I said, it's interesting, though, to see when you got a guy like this, though, that's purely a work hard, play hard nosed, and gets by with the athletic ability he has. Those are the guys that tend to last. By the way, those are also the guys that tend to be coaches later on in their careers as well. So
100%.
Be interesting to watch him long term there. Now, he said he's acting as if he's competing for a starting job, which I thought was kind of interesting as well. And listen, that's the mentality as a backup.
Yeah, love to hear it.
Point blank. He said, I think that's the way you got to attack it every day is every day I'm competing for a starting job. Although I might not be starting, I might be special teams. Any way that I can contribute to the team, that's really what I'm about. And there's been a lot of that kind of talk lately. Like when I'm seeing interviews, it's very much been team first as opposed to what can I do? Like it's been specifically team. And I love that because there's been a lot of, times in the past where I go, are these guys really in it for themselves at this point? Or is it really about the team? And there's a different atmosphere, I feel like, at camp this year that I'm seeing. There's a lot more camaraderie.
Yeah. Does it have to do with the quarterback changes?
I think so. Listen, at the end of the day, like you talk about the most important position on the field. Yes, every position is important, but like the quarterback is the leader. And listen, as much as like DJ was a nice guy, he did the right things. He off the field probably would be anyone's best friend in this room right now. And that's just me because you guys aren't here.
But I feel like he would. I feel like I'm too crazy. I wouldn't want to go out drinking.
Listen, he'll be your DD, even better.
No, but he would not be. I would probably embarrass him publicly. He wouldn't want to be part of this.
But he wouldn't say a word about it.
See what happens if I drink.
He'd take it to the grave.
You've seen it.
He'll keep his respect. I was at your wedding.
Yeah. I was somewhat sober then.
But let's talk about his backup. We have Winston for a year, and then he didn't want to come back. And it's like, who do we have? We got the Vito. We got the Vito out there. Like, players coming into our market weren't feeling confident about that quarterback room. And now, which I was beating the drum last year, you go out and you get Winston, right? You got to throw the ball down the field.
Last year. We got Luck and we got Luck instead, but it's like we wanted him so bad last year.
So you go, you get Winston, right? Awesome move. Then you'll get a guy that's been to the Super Bowl multiple times. Like, so he knows, how to command a football field and what's going on. Which, at the end of the day, are those two guys the future of the Giants? No, but what they are coaches and guys that in the position to teach a very young guy who is in that level of talking about of how great this locker room is improved
and
in the quarterback room.
You have the two guys who are veterans who have been there, but then they also draft the future. So now the team can also look and see Dart and say, wait, they already have their next guy in the wings, and he's having a great camp. And so that even ups the, mentality even more, where it's like, okay, yeah, we got Russ, we got Jameis, and we have Dart waiting to come in. I mean, that I think is like a nice 3-piece on the quarterback side.
I think the quarterback part helps. It does, obviously. But to be honest with you guys, I don't think it's the quarterback room that's got everybody kind of excited. I think it's the pass rush. Because I think it's the first time we can actually look at this roster and say, this is what the Giants are good at.
Yep.
Like, when's the last time you looked and you go, this is the Giants' specialty?
Receiver, when it was Odell, Cruz, and Shepard.
You had a little bit running when it was Barkley, but let's be honest, he was so one-sided. That's all we had in the offense. That wasn't what we did good.
You look at it like Earth, Wind, Fire back in like 20 years ago.
But I'm saying, like, it's been a while since you go, this is something we do really good and we have a lot of skill at. And the funny thing is, if you want to get honest about it, it's Abdul Carter. That's the crazy part, because we had Burns last year. We had Kayvon last year. We had Dexter last year. So all we did was add a rookie that we still don't know what he's actually going to do in the season because he hasn't played in the game. We just talked about the hype that Chase Young had. But that's the difference. You know, I feel like that's where we're at this point here, is the rookie is what's really gotten everybody all excited. Now, Darius Muasau did talk about the pass rush. He said, I mean, now we got it. I say we had the best defensive line in the NFL right now. So just letting those guys go out on third down, try to manage first and second down, go get your opponent to third and long, and let our front go out there and eat. I love that when they say eat, by the way, on that kind of stuff. He says, now we got 3 premier edge rushers going out there, and we got Dexter Lawrence, we got Roy Robertson Harris, Darius Alexander, just a bunch of guys that can go out there and just rush the passer. So I'm really looking forward to that. I honestly go out there and pull some crazy. I honestly look forward to watching that every day. I go out there and I'm watching 101s, and I'm just amazed at some of the things they do every time. It's crazy watching Abdul Carter go out there and pull some crazy spin move or something that you've never expected. But yeah, man, it's awesome. And that's what I'm saying. I really think that's what it is that's got everybody excited. Even like, and listen, I get it. There's guys that try to spin as the surprise team every year and all that kind of stuff. But whenever you hear somebody that's not a Giant content creator, somebody who's just a football person in general, talk about the Giants. Yes, they talk about Russell Wilson. Yes, they talk about the upgraded quarterback. But what's got them excited is, how the hell are you going to block all these guys?
Yeah.
And notice, by the way, he didn't even mention Chauncey Golston. We said it's probably the most underrated signing we made this entire offseason, by the way.
Yep.
100%.
You know, we got the second highest sack total guy on the Cowboys last year. So you took from a division rival like that. And he's not even talked about because we have so many other people. But there's no way to go ahead and block Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Chauncey Golston, Darius Alexander, who can get to the quarterback too as well. We'll see what he can do when he's actually in the NFL now. Again, he's a rookie. I don't like to put too much pressure on rookies, but he showed it in college that he can get to the quarterback. So we have just so many people. It's insanity. And I really think that's what's got people, hyped up. And I know, like, I've said it, I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't want to get overly hyped up because I've been there before. I've been hurt.
We all have.
Listen, I have some traumatic stress going on.
Yes. I had to go to therapy after the 2021 season. It broke my heart so bad.
Gnome where they hurt you. Right here in my heart.
Right here, my heart.
Yeah.
Oh,
this thing that beats.
Oh,
yeah.
Horrible.
Like I said, it's just it's crazy.
You got to give like Joe Shane a lot of credit though. I think he's put a good roster together after a really rough season. And I give him a lot of credit because that's not always the easiest thing to do. And you can overspend, right? You can draft off of emotion, not off of logic. And I think Shane has done a good job. I think like not taking Jaxson Dart with where do we take Carter? What was he, number
3?
3.
Yeah, like not taking Dart at 3 and then doing something wild to get back up.
Get him in a would have.
Yeah.
Get him in a would have.
Exactly though. That's exactly. Everyone's like, well, why would you even think of that? Because we watched it happen.
I know we're not supposed to say his name, by the way. But we're gonna anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't going to. I know you guys gave me that rule before we started going live. You said don't say that name.
I did. We did say it anyway.
Leave his name out of here.
but give Shane a lot of credit. I think he's put a good roster together, and even if the Giants, come in 7 or 8 wins, I think there's a lot of optimism with the team. So
I don't know what I think of Shane long term. Still, I'm still on the fence on him, and I still probably, if I was mayor, I would have fired him. To be very frank, just because I was so frustrated last year. But you're right. Well, at the end of the season, he sat down, had himself a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and just made a very smart outline for what he was going to do. And he didn't go crazy when a lot of people would have in his position. Like, remember Dave Gettleman doing that a lot. Again, I said his name again.
Remember before Dave Gettleman, what was our GM before that? I'm not going to remember. What was his name?
Jerry Reese.
Remember 2016, how much money he spent on that defense? That was the reason Dave Gettleman, if I'm not a Dave Gettleman stan, but if I was, my beginning argument would be he was in the worst position ever when he took that role.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. Either way, I know I saw a comment, give Shane credit. I do. I think he's done a good job. I think I can see why people don't like him. And I think, this is where I was going to go. Even with Saquon, like, I am okay with everything we did there. Did it stink last year? Yes. Yep. But in 5 years from now, we're going to be very happy we did that. And so just how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm okay with how we do with Barkley, because you can't sit there and say the team got much worse because we lost Barkley. We were crap with or without him.
No, Daniel Jones just didn't pan out.
With or without you.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
At the end of the day, like we were holding Barkley back at the end of the day.
Yep.
It just hurts for me.
I don't think we're holding him back, because I don't think he did what he did last year with any team but the Eagles, for the record.
That's us holding them back, because we couldn't provide an offensive line that the Eagles did, a quarterback play like the Eagles did, or have the receiver room that the Eagles did. So you put all that into a factor. You put all that into effect and a factor. Barkley is now not the most solid weapon, where you're going to run him 30 times a game. We held him back. So that's what I mean by that.
Rob is spitting facts.
Quarterback play from the Eagles. I'm sorry, I have to stop you there. Jalen Hurts.
All right, let's take fantasy football. Give me, don't even lie. Don't even blow smoke on my ass. No. DJ or Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts all day long.
That's not
saying you know I'm not wrong.
But that was Rob's point. That was Rob's point. Yeah, Rob's point was that we're not saying Jalen Hurts is good. Rob was saying Jalen Hurts is better than Danny.
Jalen Hurts is Mark Sanchez. Take away what he's got around him, and he'll start falling apart. I'm telling you right now.
Let's not talk about Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts, so we will disagree on this.
I'm not a fan of Jalen Hurts, but listen, he's also not Mark Sanchez. He's also not DJ.
He's a Super Bowl champion.
The reason I make the analogies, remember how good Mark Sanchez was. They took away his running back and Thomas Jones, took away his receivers, took away things bit by bit, and eventually you saw what Mark Sanchez really was. That's what I think with Jalen Hurts. So
conversation. I love
listen, Drew's not 100% wrong, because what happened with Mark Sanchez as well is he had also a really good defense around him, which the Eagles had a pretty solid defense. So when he made mistakes, when he threw interceptions, everyone forgot about it when he made those turnovers, because that defense got him the ball back, allowed him to go make those successful plays. Jalen Hurts doesn't have to, doesn't really have to worry, because Eagles get turnovers. Eagles will stop plays.
Hold on. We got to go back off Jalen Hurts. This is a Darius Muasau.
Rob was spitting, though. Rob.
Yeah.
Spirit animal.
There you go.
Good
there you
point.
go.
That was a good point.
There you go. There you go.
1 point to Rob.
There you go, Rob. Anyway, he also talked about the draft class last year. He said, I think last year we really set the standard as far as what we can go out and contribute. We had a bunch of dogs in our draft class. We got Malik, we got Tyrone, we got Noob, which, by the way, I never heard him called Noob before. It's a different nickname.
Yeah, I like that. Noob.
We got Dru Phillips. I think the camaraderie that we bring is unmatched. We always get together. Our rookie class from last year, every time we had away games, home games, we would always get together, go out to dinners, just chop it up and how the team is doing. I like to see that, though. I got to say, chop it up and how the team is doing. Well, we suck. Yes, we do suck. I agree. We suck. What are you chopping up exactly?
That rookie class.
Why can't we play the Colts every week?
That rookie class was good, though. That was another reason Joe Shane, I think, kept his job. Mm-hmm. Going back to giving him credit for something, that rookie class saved his butt.
Yes. And he talked about this year as well, because this year I think he had a really good class as well. Again, time will tell. I don't want to put too much on rookies before they play. But he said, we got a good rookie class this year with Abdul. We got Darius Alexander. We got guys on defense on both sides of the ball, even Jaxson Dart. So just really looking to build off that and set a high bar for our standard. So listen, I like the fact that he seems optimistic. We'll see if it's legit optimism as the season progresses here. But, I feel like I've been at, where I've seen camps talks and, interviews, and you can kind of tell they're going through the motions and they're like, yeah, okay, they give 110%, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not what we're hearing from these players this year. It's weird.
Love to see it.
And I feel like either we're getting built up or we're getting, built up for a decent season where we see some progress. Again, I'm not expecting crazy playoffs, Super Bowls, or, anything like that. Like
playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Like the standards are low. I just want to see a team with fight. I just want to see a team that doesn't embarrass me to say I'm a fan of them. That's all I want out of this year. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll take into the extra I get. I just want to see progress. That's where I'm at here, and I like the fact that that's where we're at there. So, all right. Before we get to the next segment here, real quick, we're going to go through some comments here. We had a bunch of y'all commenting there, and like I said, I want to make sure we go ahead and give hello to everybody. Also, we got a few super chats as well in the chat here too, so we definitely got to say hello to y'all.
Oh, we got a little JJ action.
Jay says, "I'm digging this trio. Cheers, boys." There's with the super chat. Go off, gentlemen. Happy Monday.
Gentlemen.
And then it says, Rob, did all the 7 elves?
I think that was when we were talking about drugs before, and I'm assuming he's talking about Snow White. Hey.
Okay, is that okay? I didn't realize there was a Snow White 7 elves things. I didn't do the
assuming.
You did.
I'm not saying. I'm just assuming. If I had to think about it, seven elves, 7 dwarves.
Yeah, you're going with it. I feel like we're in an elevator now that Will stand it up in his third floor lingerie.
I work from home, so you got to have a standing desk, and I only can sit for a little bit. So.
Yeah. Yeah. By the end of the episodes, my knees are killing me always.
Yeah.
I get it. Let's see here. Jay, regular Jay of ours, says Imposter Jay, which if we have 2 J's now, do we have to go by Jay's actual name? I think Jay, original Jay, I think your actual name is Joe, correct? If I remember right. So maybe we have to start calling you Joe. We have an actual Jay, and that's all we have to go by. It's going to get very confusing here. Anyway, the usual Jay says, I need Rob to do an MMA show with sponsored vacuum reviews in the middle. You know what, though? I think that, we should do. Rob, remind me when we're done with the show. I have an idea that I think would be absolutely fun to do on the show. I don't want to ruin the surprise. I don't want to ruin it. I'm just saying, I think you're going to enjoy it, okay? And I think I have a good idea of what's going to do. Mac, the Giants fan, what's up, man? This is good evening, fellas. Appreciate you coming on as always, man. By the way, dude, message us. We've been trying to get a hold of you here, but I don't know how to find you out here. I've except for, I know your YouTube channel. That's the only thing I know social media-wise on you, man. So message us. Joe, we're going to say Joe now. It feels weird calling you Joe. Because you did.
We just call him Jay, and then the other J too. That's fine.
There we go, J2. There we go.
We're getting ahead.
It just listen. There we go. J1 says because we have to say the 1 now. I feel like he feels more special that way, and he's been with us for a while now. So J1 says Chase Young had a horrific injury. Not really fair, but again, I thought his rookie season, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, we're going back a couple of years now, and I'm not a Commanders fan, obviously. It was his second year he had the injury, correct?
Yeah.
And his first year, he didn't. Remember, we were talking about how Azeez Ojulari looked just as good rushing the passer as he did.
Oh man, you're right. Yeah.
So,
good point.
Jay says, Mac, the Giants fan, what's your win prediction? We'll see if I don't think he gave it. I think he popped in and out. Jay, that with the super chat, that was well, says, all your avatars look nothing like you. I don't know who Will is, but he seems knowledgeable. He is. That's why he has the record for most times on the show. Listen, I've said it forever. Honestly, your stuff, and we talked about it off air beforehand. That life and just time getting content and stuff like that. You know your stuff. Point
I
blank.
appreciate it.
That's why we
appreciate
like having
it.
you on here.
Yeah.
I got to come on more. So it's fun being here. It's fun talking just
You
Giants.
need
I
your
enjoy
own
it.
time to do your own show more. That's what you need. You're
You're right. I
gonna
do.
start pushing you nonstop. Don't get me wrong. You're always welcome to come
No,
on.
yeah,
here.
you'll have
I don't
to-
want you coming here where you can't do your own thing either. He's just
Fair
trying to
enough.
hold on to his record for most times guesting on the show.
I don't want to lose it.
Listen,
Jay
you're always
number one
welcome, man.
says, yeah, they were saying that who's going to block BS last year, dude. They did, but it wasn't the same. We didn't have as many weapons. We have much more weapons this year, which is crazy. And again, the pass rush was not the issue.
No.
So, again,
Defense was gassed.
we're going to do it again here.
The defense was not the issue. The offense was. Attention. The offense was the issue.
It just
Jesse
seems to
came
be
right
Which
to
is
us.
sad.
for the rafters here.
Which is sad when your coach is an offensive coach. So
Yes.
Still hurts like my heart because I
Yes.
love Brian Dable.
Oh,
I love
listen,
him.
I was pumped when we got him because I got a good buddy of mine who's a Bills fan. It was like he was pumping me up.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
I was like, you guys got a great coach. Doing
I mean,
good.
his first year, man, it felt like the offense was at least acceptable. It wasn't amazing, but I think he
Well,
played
look at the
his
personnel.
Yeah, I agreed 100%. So
I was
Like he got
So-
more wins first year than he got the past 2 years. Well, he got the same amount of wins first year as he got the past 2 years, and we've only upgraded the talent since that first year.
Yeah.
No.
and yet we get worse and worse. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that turn around? It's got to
listen.
turn around this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn
Turn around.
Jared,
Jack says, yeah, they were saying, oh, yeah, we got that one. He said, give Joe Shame credit. Hey, newsflash, when you have a terrible record, you get high picks. Yes, but it's not just the high picks. It's also some of the trades and always moved. Again, you could talk all you want about how bad Darren Waller didn't pan out, but you basically traded Kadarius Toney for Darren Waller. That's still a win. That's the crazy part. Even the trade for Brian Burns, like you got a guy, granted, you gave him a very large contract, but you got a guy who just the season before was worth 2 first-round picks for a second and a day 3 pick. Like it's good trades he's made as well. So, Quentin says, hey, and guess what?
Hey,
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I would argue on the Joe Shane comment too. I think Joe Shane has put a better roster together than Brian Dable has done coaching. I think coaching is a bigger problem than GMing. In my
Especially when
opinion.
you see players leave us and get better elsewhere.
Exactly.
We see that all the time. Jay says, a barometer of success isn't actually Dave Gettleman. It's Howie Roseman. Oh, you know what?
True's in the chat.
No, you know what? I'm telling you guys, wait. I'm telling you right now, wait. When people realize that Howie Roseman is Mickey Loomis, it's like a Scooby-Doo episode. I'm telling you right now. You wait until they take that mask off when they're in cap hell, when eventually it catches up all the backloading. It's going to have to catch up eventually.
That's what we said 3 years ago, I think.
But we said that about the Saints for how many years? And eventually they had to bite that bullet.
Yeah, eventually it's true. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm so looking forward. It's not even funny when 1 year they have half their salary cap gone before they even sign a player. Jay says Joe Shame still hasn't drafted a good lineman. 100% right there.
Yeah,
That's the biggest issue with them. That's the biggest Achilles heel for him right there. The big one. And Jay says, hey, Joe. He says, nah, he's J2. He says, yeah, Joe, not hey, Joe. Sorry. Because, yeah, his name is Joe. Jay says, I want to talk MMA with Rob. I've been to over 20 UFCs, seen all of them since UFC 1, hardcore fan. Listen, you guys can have that discussion off camera because Rob loves UFC stuff as well, you know.
Henzo Gracie lives from town over where I grew up. Got to hang out with that dude a lot. I went to Cancun, a whole bunch of Gracies. And Gary Tonin. So if you're big into MMA, then you know Gary Tonin, Gordon Ryan. Got my ass kicked by those guys a whole bunch of times. Awesome. And I was also at the fight where John Jones beat Shogun Ryu for the lightweight championship or light heavyweight championship when he triangled the dude in Passing Park and held him hostage until the police came because the guy tried to rob some lady's purse.
I just like you got through the thought with all the beeping. That's the most impressive part of that whole thing. That's like really good mental skill right there.
It is. You ever see that though? It's it was a thing on Jimmy Kimmel used to do. I don't know if he still does it. I don't really watch it. All the late night stuff. I see like clips on TikTok or whatever, but he did a thing at one point. It's unnecessary censorship, and he did one with Sesame, and it was hilarious. It's like the late night thing. I've seen it forever. So that just reminded me of that there. So anyway, let's get back into topics here. So let's talk about a surprise in camp here. And a guy that, again, I didn't think had a shot in hell of making this roster, if you asked me just a couple weeks ago, but it's becoming more and more of something that you might see here. Montrell Washington, of all guys, making plays, fighting for a roster spot, guys. And again, what I like about this is the guy that we kept hearing about meeting up with Russell Wilson and the team and doing all the offseason stuff, all the stuff that isn't mandatory. He could have been out, in Cancun with Rob talking about random MMA people that no one knows about but him. He could have been doing all that kind of stuff. Sure. I had to get on you again. I just realized. There you go. Rob, you weren't on there. There you are. Now your name's on there.
I was confused.
It's a me. Rob.
I was totally lost.
Who's Drew? But, again, if you go through Washington's, his history in the NFL, let's be honest, guys, it's not impressive so far. He's a 5th-round pick from the Broncos back in 22. He had just 4 catches that year. They keep him in camp the next year and gets, lost at that point there in the shuffle and gets cut. Spends the last 2 seasons on the Chiefs practice squad. Like the Chiefs, guys. What has been the Achilles heel of the Chiefs? Wide receiver. Like they literally just signed got a senior citizen halfway through the season last year in DeAndre Hopkins, trying to get something going. And by the way, Ravens, not a good move. He's old. Just had to throw it in there. But, they went ahead and kept this guy in their practice squads. That it tells me going into this, like, probably not a guy that's going to make the roster. Like, you can't make the roster on a team that, quite frankly, that's their weakest point they had. Granted, Super Bowl roster, I get it. There's a difference in rosters between ours and the Chiefs. So we just pointed out right off the bat. But he's making a lot of noise at camp there so far. He said, a play a day will keep the coaches away. That's the phrase he told the media. I love it. I love it. That's funny. Though 2 plays will get you guaranteed a roster. Just saying.
I was going to say, a play a day doesn't get you a guaranteed spot.
Yeah.
As we record this on Monday, he had his practice this morning. He made a one-handed catch from Jaxson Dart even. He talked to the media afterwards, said it was crazy. It just happened. I can't lie to you. It's just kind of like an instinct. Glad I brought it in. And he was talking to them overall about trying to make the team and all. He said, I'm just trying to make a play just to get on the team, to be honest with you. That's just really it. I'm just trying to make plays every day. A play a day. My motto, a play a day, keep the coaches away. So I'm trying to make as many plays as I can. I'm just trying to make a play, kind of a next man up roll. We don't like when guys go down, but I'm just trying to be there to show the guys I'm available. I'm locked in. I can be that guy to make a play for you guys when y'all need me to. Not saying I'll be able to be a starter or anything like that, but when y'all need me, I'm available and I'm ready. So I love everything he said, except for the not saying I'm able to be a starter or anything. That's the one thing I'm like, you were so close. So close. And that's what we talked about before with Darius Muasau, what he said. You should have that mentality of, I want to play, I want to start, I'm a dog. That's where it should be.
It should be. You're right. And I guess he's just a realist at home. Like, he just knows, like, hey, listen, am I going to beat out Neighbors? Probably not.
You know what? You know why he's making plays though right now? Because of the number he's wearing on his jersey. Number 80 always is good for the Giants. Even someone like, what was the guy, Ricky James, back in 2022? Wasn't he in number 80?
Richie James, not Rick James.
Yeah, Richie
he was a
James.
Super freak, but
Richie James. But he was the number 80. Obviously, Victor Cruz was in number 80. So I think the 80 number is doing him well right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's
a fair assessment.
How a number would matter.
That's about as much as I know. I've seen the plays though on like the on Twitter or X. But
that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. You don't expect those kind of plays from a guy like this.
Yeah.
Like, did the Chiefs mess up? Did the Chiefs miss something? And you'd be inclined to say no because you have so much faith in Andy Reid as a talent evaluator, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know how he makes a roster spot. How many receivers do we usually keep on the roster? Quiz question.
It's varied 1 or 2 year to year there, you know.
I mean like starting. So like how many are on our starting like 53?
Well, oh, okay. I was gonna say starting is gonna be 3.
yeah. But then we have how
You're
many
looking like 7-ish.
7.
Yeah.
So you got like
17.
Neighbors.
Yeah.
17. You got let's name them. You got Neighbors, and then who's our 2? It's going to be
Wandell.
I mean, you could have 6 even too, depending what they try to do at tight end.
Depends.
Yeah, Wandell,
You say
Slayton, Hyatt. Even though Hyatt has not impressed me, to be honest with you, at all.
Yeah.
And then,
are you kidding me? I was impressed every time he's got in the end zone.
I saw a couple. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Cool. I bet that. Yeah. I was gonna be like.
He has the body of a toothpick.
His release.
Hey, he put on some weight. Have you seen him? He's taking Beefcake 5000.
Yeah. Beefcake.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool if we had some new blood at the receiver spot. And I like Slayton a lot. I'm not a huge Hyatt fan. I'd love to see the kid play like Hyatt play well. Obviously, rooting for him, but
oh yeah.
But
every time we always will root for anybody in a Giants uniform. That doesn't necessarily make us think that all of them will be good, though. There's a difference. You can root for them, but also think they're not good.
Yeah, this guy. I mean, Washington could get a spot if he keeps impressing. He could get a spot. What's his build? Is he a bigger guy or?
He's not necessarily, but it's also like a bigger guy compared to the rest of the puny people we have on our roster. Like, let's be honest, they're not exactly the biggest guys we have already. He's 5'10", 170 pounds, so he fits right in.
Okay, yeah, he's perfect.
By the way, I didn't even realize he's from Canton, Georgia. I actually have family in that town too. That's great.
Oh, there you go. No wonder you put him in
that much more now, apparently, because
no wonder you put him in our episode.
Same neck of the woods here.
Yeah.
Well, I should say same neck of the woods as my mother's family, not myself. Obviously, Jersey boy, born and raised. My mother's from Georgia, though. So I mean, if you look at what we got there, Jordan Bly, Dalen Cambry, Bo Collins, Daquan Felton, Little Jordan Humphrey, Jalen Hyatt, Malik Nabors obviously will make it. Gunnar Olszewski, Zach Pascal, Wandale Robinson, Darius Slayton, Amir Smith, Marset. There's Montrell there, and Juice Wells. Like, that's our receivers.
It's a rough group. There's a couple there, but
well, you figure obviously Slayton, Wandale, Neighbors, Hyatt. I hate to say it, will make the roster.
Yep.
You know, you figure you probably have like Amir Smith, Marset will probably make the roster as a returner.
I was about to say he's going to be in specials.
Yeah,
so
super special.
technically 5 right there. So you only have 1 or 2 more that's going to make it. But that's not exactly who's who of wide receivers left.
But if he's coming from the Chiefs practice squad, maybe he can be on ours. You know what I'm saying? Knock on wood. The Giants' injuries are never good for us. So maybe he'll get some late time play.
Yeah.
And let's be real too. Like we kind of said before, that's a Super Bowl caliber team. So if you're in a practice squad of the Super Bowl caliber team, like that's probably room to be excel in our practice squad.
And he also has abilities to play special teams as well. So he actually kick return in college. He never did it in the pros yet, but he's done in college. He said, that's another way for me to kind of make the team. We got good receivers, great receivers. Like I said, I'm making plays, but at the end of the day, you still got to do what you got to do. And I'm a returner as well. So hopefully I can make plays returning as well for my team. So this kid, I hate to say it this way, he just sounds desperate to make a roster. I feel like, and we've all been there where you get so close to something you've wanted for your whole life. That imagine, like, people forget this sometimes. These people have been literally fighting for this career their whole life.
Giving up a ton of time too. A lot of time.
Like that's what I feel like I'm hearing in his voice here. So, he is 26 years old, guys. So he's probably you got to figure probably at least 15 years doing this. At least.
At least
these kids don't usually walk into the high school like playing football for the first time. You hear it, but it's not usual. Usually, these kids are like Pop Warner kids and everything, the whole entire spiel, So like he's probably been doing this forever. That's what I feel like when I hear from him. Now, he talked about in general that he would go ahead and basically do whatever it takes. Though he said, if I'm with the 13, 14, first team, whatever team I'm on, in on a play. Like I said, a play a day will keep coach away. This is like everything is like, I don't care where I'm going to be. I just want to be. That's the vibe I'm getting from him. And it kind of almost seems like desperation is not just a Fragrance and Calvin Klein here. Like, that's what I feel like is going on here. Like, I want this kid to get some more fight to him. Because that's the one thing is like, things are going to be up and down. Right now, he's probably, let's be honest, again, he's been a practice squad guy for most of his career. This is an up for him in his career. The fact that he's getting any hype at all in training camp isn't up for him.
Yep.
So he should be at his most confident. That's one that worries me a little bit right now. So, we'll have to see what happens with him overall. And listen, again, we always said we will root for anybody who's in that Giants uniform. That's for sure. So, and he seems like a good kid. And again, he went there with all the optional practices he didn't have to go to when most people would have thought he had no shot in hell of making the roster. So it's hard not to root for a kid like that. I just want to see a little more confidence. So,
yeah, I hear you. It's also a guy that probably settled his position. Like, he kind of knows he's not going to be the number one guy. Like, he hopes possibly to get there, but like, it's kind of like that salty old guy that you work with that knows he's never going to make it to the management role. And he's just fine collecting that paycheck.
I've never been that. I'm the salty old guy at my job, and I already got to the management role. So,
Drew, we've talked offline. You definitely have been a manager with someone older than you that just like, it's whatever.
I know. Yes, I have. Yes, It is what it is, though. So, all right, one more bit of news here, guys. Then we're gonna go pay the bills real quick here. So we gotta talk about Skattebo. Skattebo. Listen, we love talking about this kid. We love talking about his name, but I don't love it that we have to talk about him today.
Hamstring.
Yeah.
Yes, hamstring. Exactly. Listen, he's got a setback, is what they're calling it. So he'll be out for a little bit. He was out today, Monday. He's kind of day to day right now. We don't know what's going to happen long term with him, but I'll say this. Brian Daboll, if you're watching, first off, come on the show. Second off, keep this kid on the sidelines right now. Let him heal up. I'm telling you right now, I feel like people are going to be so tempted because there was so much hype around him in camp and it's got people fired up and everything to put him back there. Give him the time to go ahead and heal up, however long it takes.
And
because he's our third running back right now, guys. Let's be honest. Again, we got the hype. Tracy's number one, Motor's number two until he can actually go on the field and take that number two spot away from Motor. We don't need to ruin him.
Protect him from
100%.
himself.
Yes.
Because that's going to be the thing, I think. This kid, Skattebo, like I watched, it was like a podcast with him a couple months ago. He was sitting down with, I'm not going to remember because we're live.
Is this the one where he didn't know any of the players?
Yes.
Pissed people off?
Yeah. But either way, he's got so much heart and he's such a fighter. Just protect him from himself, Daboll, because he's going to want to get out there way before he probably should.
100%.
Well, 100%. Especially, he's young. I mean, how old is he? What, 20, 21? Right? So he's
baby.
22, 23, I want to say. I thought.
Well, all right, a little older.
Young.
I thought it was invincible at that age.
Yeah.
I thought it was invincible. Like, and there's so many times where I was in the middle of doing whatever, and I went back too early from injury and just prolonged the injury. Like, he doesn't have to, we want him. He's a shiny new toy. I want to see what he does. But at the end of the day, Tracy is our clear number one. Singletary at this moment is our number two. He's a pretty good number two and a half. That's an A+ number two.
Yeah.
Your B- number one, but an A+ number two. So like you guys said, have Skattebo protect himself.
This kid runs into telephone poles. You think he needs protection? Do you think he makes the wisest choices with his own body?
No.
That's what I'm saying. But listen,
Daboll, please.
Listen, his hamstrings and his quads are the size. His thighs are the size of telephone poles, probably bigger. So,
miniature telephone poles. He said he's a little tiny little guy. People make him out to this big bruiser. He's tiny. He's a little tiny guy.
He's tiny, but he's got the big ass legs.
He's a little tiny.
Yeah.
He's like 5'8".
He's got that parachute on the thighs.
Let's just hope this is the one, first or second injury we deal with in camp, and that's it. I think that's always like when we go through these few weeks, I'm always kind of holding my breath, especially as they put the pads on and start doing some 7-on-7 stuff. It just scares me. It sucks that
the whole running back room is hurt. We'll go over that in a minute here with you guys, but it seems like the whole running back room is hurt. But again, this kid, you got to protect him from. Don't RG3 him. And I think you all know what I mean when I say that. Don't RG3 him. Let him come back when it makes sense, not when he decides. He doesn't get to make the decision.
Nope.
So. All right, guys, we're going to pay the bills real quick. We'll be right back there. We got a couple more segments to go. And then we put Will in the rapid fire round.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
All righty, guys. We got a couple more comments. We'll get to the next segment there from that. Robbie says, "What up, Jackwagons? How you doing?"
How's you doing?
I don't think I've been called a jackwagon in quite a while.
I like it.
I know, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm
bringing it back,
positive or negative, but we're owning it. We're owning it.
Either way.
Jay says, "Yeah, BJJ guys." I don't know what that means. I'm hoping that's not just
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay, I'm making sure. There's a typo. There's an extra J. There's some.
That's when you wear your bathrobe and go fight people and you choke with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jay says Golden Corral vacuums bad football and MMA. What a man's man talking about you, Bob.
No, you're a man.
The Mad Yinzer RM Dizzle 412. What up, Jackwagons? How you still? Is this the same guy? Oh my gosh! It's just like a thing.
All right,
Jackwagons. It's a new thing we're being called now.
We're the Jackwagons. The three of us. We're the Jackwagons.
Okay, there we go.
We're the three Jackwagons.
Next time I come on, it'll be the Jackwagons episode.
There we go. There we go. Jason's
Drew. Do we have 2 goofballs hanging from the back of the wagon?
Yes.
I was not born in 1980, for the record. Let's not age me any older than I
but
already am.
But he's not far off.
He's a couple years off. He's a couple years off.
Yeah.
In the positive direction from my perspective. He also says, "How are you guys feeling about this Micah Parsons drama? Great, isn't it?" Listen, honestly, I thought about making that a segment today, but I feel like there's no way to do a segment like that without doing the whole, "Who is Micah Parsons going to come to the Giants?" Micah Parsons is not coming to the Giants, guys.
Oh my God. That needs to stop.
I feel like whoever, listen, I always say I don't want to talk bad about any other content creators, and I won't say about anybody in particular. If you go on to anybody and they put a thing saying, "Should the Giants trade for Micah Parsons?" unsubscribe, unfollow that person immediately. That is the most clickbait BS. And listen, everyone does something that's at least semi-baity, trying to get you into the show and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to hate the game too much here. But that's ridiculous. No, we're not getting Micah Parsons. By the way, guess what, guys? We're also not getting Scary Terry.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That one's more annoying to me. That one has more traction, like, to the Giants.
Really
I'm
does.
like, what the heck?
Yes.
I love... Oh, go ahead.
They both should go to New England.
Yes, they both should.
They
yes,
both
as a guy who lives in New England and also is rooting for the Patriots this year, I would love to see that.
Yes. Who wouldn't love an overpriced, aging wide receiver who is never that great to begin
I want
with?
Micah Parsons to the Patriots, but either way, either way, Jerry is just such a horrible owner. But there's two. I've watched a lot on this one. I don't know what I believe, but I always tend to lead towards Jerry just likes the marketing, and it might be a whole hoax. You might be like, Micah, post this. And they might even have a backhand deal that they're ready to sign. But if not, I mean, Jerry must have a lot of like bad taste in his mouth from Dak, Ezekiel, all these guys who have kind of ripped him off. And he's like, you know what? I'm not doing this again. But the ironic part is Micah's the guy who's earned it more than anyone.
I was about to say, listen,
yes.
Dak and Zeke were not the clear number ones when he signed on those big deals.
No.
Yes.
Micah is. You're absolutely right, Rob. Rob is still spitting. Go off, King.
Yeah, you signed a quarterback who can't win a playoff game and a running back who was already slowing down.
No, exactly.
Two fat deals. That's it. Huge fat deals. Yeah. Huge.
And Des Bryant, listen, he was one of those guys issued from day one. I'm going to put this. It was not an appropriate question. But when you have somebody whose backstory is so much, they have to ask if his mother was a prostitute. That just tells you right there. There's an issue with this man.
Yeah.
They literally asked him at the draft. I remember that.
No, the Cowboys.
That's like I said, it's not even a joke. That's a legitimate story that broke about him during the draft. That he mentioned, that he brought it up. Like teams were asking me about this. Like, what the hell?
No, and I see Deb just said in the chat, Parsons is staying. That's what I would bet. Parsons is staying. This is all just Jerry loves this. He'll overpay his players to get all this media out of it. That's literally how he looks at it.
That's how he wins. I honestly don't think he cares as much as championships as he wants to make a team. He cares about the money.
He literally looks at his cost, his income, and what his bottom line is, and he's like, okay, I'll pay Micah this much, but I will get this much media, sell this many jerseys, get this much, and I actually make money. That's all I care about.
Yeah. And if you think that's a lie, I'm just going to say this. Look at the head coach. They could have paid money to get whoever they needed to get.
Yep.
They went out and got a guy who, quite frankly, was going to have trouble being an OC anywhere else.
Yeah.
Let alone a head coach.
That's
right.
Go
ahead, Rob. I cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just saying, this is the money that Jerry Jones spends. I was in Midtown Manhattan today, and as I went by to see on Netflix what's going on, Jerry Jones' face is in Midtown Manhattan. Like, how in the hell? Like,
it's all he cares about.
It wasn't even a billboard. It was like on a building.
Yep.
They paid on. So they expected an extra amount.
Give him credit. The guy's a businessman. He doesn't care about anything else. And people just stay Cowboys fans. I'm like, just go be a fan of another team. They will not win. But either way, I'm happy you didn't make it a segment.
I get sick of being told these guys, JMS, Hyatt, Neal, are good. Just BS hype. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm with you.
Yep.
I'm hopeful because I still want to hope for a guy who's in a Giants uniform, but that's where
100%.
I'm at. Jay says, sounds like Drew fighting to be a content creator his whole life. Listen, rising up. I'm back on YouTube. I did my time. I took my chances. I went the distance. Now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive.
He's got the eye of the Drew.
It should have been, sounds like Will fighting to be a content creator, because my creation schedule is like this. So
no, you have the excuse. You don't have the time to do all the content.
True. Fair.
All this content. That's why he's mocking us.
Fair. True. Yeah. Fair enough.
Jay says, how much do you guys want to see Jaxson Dart play Saturday? Listen, we'll get into, because that's going to be probably tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday. We'll do the pregame for the very first preseason game there. The preseason pregame, the pre-pre. But
the pre-pre.
Get a pre-pre.
Oh, we should call that the grand pre-pre.
Yeah.
But
the grand PP pre-pre.
Oh no, that's a whole separate movie. You weren't supposed to mention that one during the show.
Listen, go Golden go.
Anyway,
getting hot here. So cool me down.
I don't want to see him play all that much, but I'd like to see is him go in for a series or two, do a couple of good things, go out and leave with a little confidence.
Wow.
Here's my whole thing. I don't want to mess up his psyche. So if you get positive out of him, let him go, work him for another week, let him move on down the line later on. Now, selfishly, I want to see a lot of him during the Patriots-Giants game, because Rob and I will be there, guys, by the way. We haven't talked about it in the show yet, but Rob and I will be there for the Giants-Patriots Week 3 preseason game.
Well, what are you doing? Come down.
I just happen to be going up to Jersey because my wife is having her high school reunion. I won't say what year it is because you're not supposed to say a woman's age, and math is not that difficult. But we're going there for that. So we're happen to be flying in another day early just so we can go to that game because that's a Thursday night. Let's see. These are our Deb says, yeah, Parsons staying in Dallas. I think so as well. They'll get it done. Jay says, yeah, good for them. Give half your salary cap to 3 players. See how it works out. Yes, do it. Go for it.
Do it.
He says the best was classic Dru giving the Lou Gehrig speech on the 500th episode. That was heartfelt. God damn it. He says,
really
play
came
Jack
from
the
the
whole game
Eagles.
just to get Deb mad. She's like, won't bother me at all. I'm slow to anger. Listen, that's one of the things I've always loved about the show is we get the regulars in here talking back and forth in the chat while the show's going on as well. It's like multiple conversations. It makes my ADD brain so happy. So
oh yeah.
All right, guys, let's get into the next one here. We got to talk about the new running back. We talked about the fact that all the running back room is basically injured right now. So we got a new one. Johnathan Ward is our new guy here. So now he's an undrafted rookie initially out of Central Michigan back in 2020, 27 years old, 6 foot even, 202 pounds, former Cardinal, Jet, Titan, and Steeler, and now Giant. So listen, 5th team. That's I give him credit just for sticking around that much. That's pretty impressive there alone. He's for his career, 5 years, 46 games, 0 starts, 22 rushes for 91 yards. 22 rushes in 5 years, guys. I don't know about y'all, but I'm worried about him not having any tread left in those tires. They're just working this man to death.
He's fresh. This guy's fresh. This guy's fresh and ready to go for 5 years.
Listen. Hey, Will, I baked a loaf of bread 2 weeks ago. Put it in some cellophane. It's still fresh if you want it, man.
Still good. Still good.
6 receptions, 52 yards, and 1 touchdown for his career. So, yeah, not much going on the offensive side there. 18 career special teams tackles. He's returned kicks and some punts back in 21 and 22. 612 special team snaps in his career compared to his 80 on offense. Guys, you know we try to call it.
Writing's on the wall.
We're not going to sit here and say, oh, this guy's the missing ingredient. No, this is a camp body. Like, that's all it is, guys. Everybody's hurt. They needed somebody to come in and play running back just to fill the roles. So they can have people basically on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th teams. They're running out of running backs. That's all.
He's a tackle dummy. He's the guy for people to tackle. Sorry.
Exactly.
They're putting a little seasoning on their practice squad.
Yeah.
Now, Cam Skattebo, we talked about him. He's out right now with the hamstring. Rashawn Baker's out. Eric Gray's out. Like, we're running out of running backs, guys. That's what's going on here. That's all it is. I don't expect this guy to even make it through the entire camp, let alone, to the end of camp, like to actually make the roster or even the practice squad. Like, I think he's here for a couple weeks. They probably put him up in a nice hotel. Maybe Jalen Hyatt got him a good deal at the Hyatt Regency or something. I don't know. But that's where he's going to be the next couple weeks until the room gets a little healthy. And next thing you know, he's off to his next job. But listen, kudos to him because you're an undrafted rookie free agent 5 years ago, and you're still getting onto rosters. You're still making money. Like, I won't hate it. Because you know what? His 5 carries he had last year with the Steelers is 5 more carries than I had last year.
Hell yeah.
Or your whole NFL career.
Yes. Well, I had 6 that 1 year.
Yeah, but that was on Madden. That's different.
But I mean, for his career, guys, just to give you an idea, he's made $3.7 million.
Still pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's amazing.
Ain't gonna hate it at all. So kudos to him.
If you find like the right investor, you can turn that into much more.
Yes.
Listen, he's going to be selling cars back home.
Yeah, or you can find the wrong investor and be the next Antonio Brown.
Yeah, exactly. I write underline circle. Get that word. So.
Just don't take your investor from the Steelers.
Exactly.
No.
I'd recommend the same guy MC Hammer used.
Can't touch this.
They made his bank account.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's talk about Dable and his new BFF here. Because it seems like apparently there's been a bond being formed here with Dable and Tom Coughlin behind the scenes here that we didn't even know about until Dable kind of spilled the beans on it a little bit here. obviously Coughlin was at the training camp there recently, was there for a couple of days too, not just one. Saw the really nice picture of him and Abdul Carter. I don't know why. This is a warm place in everybody's heart there. It's kind of like the present, future, and past together at that point. But you know what it was? I think it's just the way Abdul Carter kind of leaned in. You could tell there was a respect that man had for Tom Coughlin. And flat out, he should be. Again, this isn't the segment for it, but the man should be in the goddamn Hall of Fame. Sorry. I just got to bring it up every time we mention Tom Coughlin. 2 Super Bowl wins. Should be in there, plus made the Jags relevant twice.
And also beat the GOAT of coaching and quarterbacking in both Super Bowl victories.
Yes.
And was on 2 other Super Bowl teams with the Giants, I'm pretty sure, correct?
Yeah. Yes, with Parcells days.
Yes.
He was the wide receivers coach.
4 Super Bowl rings with the Giants, And then making the Jaguars relevant twice.
That's what I'm saying. Take everything Giants out. He made the Jaguars
relevant.
Twice.
Yeah.
That's Canton.
Yeah. That's like Baker Mayfield
winning a
team with the Browns. Just get the bronze statue going. Like
that's
where it's at here. So the NFL.com crew was there at the training camp, and the story went on to the Giants.com instead. But he put, it's good to see a set of eyes here, someone that's done it for a long time and lean a little bit, but a great appreciation and respect for Coach Coughlin. I think our players feel the same way with him, and a lot of the older guys that have come back and talked to them about what it means to be a New York Giant. But this is when he reveals, again, there was no story behind this ever before, and it's weird because last year Coughlin was actually it's not last year, 2 years ago. I'm sorry, Coughlin was actually working with it was last year. I'm wrong, with Antonio Pierce with the Raiders in Las Vegas. So I don't know how much this was going on last year per se, but he said he's someone that I talk to often, lean on, get advice from. That's Dable talking about Coughlin. I love that. He said he's just a good resource. He's done this for a long time. He comes from a great coaching tree, and he's been successful as a head coach with this organization. He knows what it takes. Now, 2 things with that. 1, I love it because attitude. Dable is a very fiery guy, obviously. I think that's a fair and nice way to put this. Coughlin was the same exact way. And he learned to calm down. And he built a better rapport with his teammates, with his coaching staff, with his players. He got all that. And that's when they won a ring. And I'm hoping that that's what Coughlin's kind of teaching him, is when to let that emotion out, when to kind of bottle it and realize that you're going to be a hindrance to yourself and the team by showing it. Because there's definitely been those times. Especially for a guy who's trying to call the plays and everything, and you're flipping out the sidelines. But what kind of play calling are you really doing? First off, he shouldn't be ever calling plays again. It's a whole separate topic another day as well. But that's where it's at. But I love the fact that Coughlin's back in some kind of fold within this organization.
And I like that Dable all season has been bringing people in, right? He brought in LT, he brought in Eli, he brought in Strahan, he brought in Tiki. He's bringing in all these guys. And I don't remember what press conference it was, but he was talking about how he's trying to bring in a lot of external parties that are really part of the Giants' history to kind of let the guys know what this team has been doing for the last 5 years is so uncharacteristic. And it's almost a little ridiculous. And now they have the talent there to not be doing that anymore. Like, that's, I think, what's frustrating as a Giants fan is like, we are not the Browns. We are not the Jaguars. That's not what this franchise is. Like, we've won Super Bowls in the past 15 years. Like, I don't know. So it's just nice to see. I'm happy Coughlin is back in some way. And the Giants did him so dirty at the end of his career with us. Yes. And so it is nice to see there were bridges mended. There has to be between Mara and Coughlin. Rob, I transition to you.
I was going to say, look at you spit, man. No, you hit it in the head, man. Like, you're bringing in alumni. You're bringing in former Giants. We have the most titles when it comes to like championships, like from the past 100 years in the NFL. Like, there's a long history of winning. Like, we've had some bad times. Like, look at the 70s as a Giants fans. All right. Look at the mid-late 90s where like we went on the Super Bowl runs, we went on a slump, came back.
Dave Brown years just
spanked. Yeah, Dave. Yeah. So like we have a history of like, we get some slumps, but if we win way more than any other team out there, like we're bringing the talent, the rebuilding. Yes, Dable showed a flash what he could do year one, but we went in that little bit of a rut, and he's just trying to bring that morale back. Like, hey, look at what we've done. Look at these ex-players that are still like players that you guys watched growing up that made you want to be in football.
Yeah.
Just bring them into the locker room, and it's really motivate these players.
And
like, it's really important that you're bringing the Strahan, like Coughlin, like you're bringing back these guys in that time frame. It's not like LT is probably like a little past like their time, but everyone knows LT. Like that man, that man is one of the best that ever stepped on the field.
LT walked into a room and it's like a basketball team having Jordan walk in. I'm sorry, it is.
Yeah.
Point blank.
No, and
you're not wrong.
And the thing is, too, is, we've gone through rough times. We watched McAdoo go through rough times. We watched Shermer go through rough times. We watched Judge go through rough times. And it felt like they had no idea what they were doing. And it feels like the thing I love about Dable is if any one of us three were the coaches, we would be doing the same thing. We'd be like, wait, no, this is the New York Giants. Let's just bring in the past and let these guys learn from them. And it's like, thank you, Dable. This is, again, I'm a fan of Dable. Common sense. It's like, yes. Yeah. Like,
what's weird though is they've done this in the past. So again, Jay,
they have.
You feel free to call me the name dropper in a minute. I was talking to Tiki Barber about this not too long ago. He was saying that, he's gone the last couple of years, and he says it's just. But he did say it's different this year. The hype around the team and just the atmosphere, the attitude. He says I didn't say stuff in the past about how the team felt because, quite frankly, it was a negative vibe in the room. But there's not that this year.
No.
So I wonder how many other guys were also here. Maybe the hype and the videos and all weren't out there like they are. Because like Jay says right there, he says, I have a conspiracy that they're bringing in all the legends or whatever for social media hype content.
Of course.
Listen, there's a part of that no matter what.
Always.
100%.
I don't remember seeing all that stuff. As Jay, I knew Jay was going to say so. I was talking to
Tiki listen, bro. Like seriously,
I was having a conversation with Tiki Barber about it.
Over a cup of tea.
Right? Listen. Leonard Marshall was there as well. It just is what it is, okay? Like, start your own podcast, Jay. Maybe you could talk to these people too. How about that?
Hell yeah, get him. Go off, Drew.
Yeah.
He ain't taking no crap tonight.
In all fairness, it's because I was on somebody else's show. They happen to be on, but whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he talked to him, bro. I saw it.
Yeah. And Tiki actually remember me last time I talked to him on that same person's show again, but Tiki knows me, damn it.
I mean, you also gave him some harsh, not harsh, but some tough questions.
I didn't give him tough questions, really. The questions I mostly asked him were two things. I compared his career to Marshall Faulk because I think there's a lot of comparisons that can be made there. There's a difference. I think Tiki Barber was better towards the end of his career, obviously. And so the difference was it was kind of less spread out evenly year to year, but the rushing and receiving numbers are almost identical. Marshall Faulk just played for 2 more years. And the second thing I asked him was if he ever thought it'd be funny to go ahead and fly back and forth and mess with the coaches and pretend to be Rondé Barber and have Rondé pretend to be Tiki. Because I thought that'd be hilarious. I would do that if I was a twin.
Those are good questions.
See, I would see.
But love seeing Tom Coughlin back. That makes
love it. I like how Will's like the Ritalin for us now. Like, get back on topic.
No, I'm just saying. I'm really excited about it. It's cool to see it. I like that Dable has owned up to some of his shortfalls too. Yeah. So it's nice to hear that.
Yeah, like I said, I really hope that the conversation is mostly about demeanor and attitude and when to release it, when to hold it in, because that's the biggest thing I think with him. Is I think sometimes you get people that are very emotional and they can use that to their advantage. To get some people that it hurts them. And I think Dable has shown that it does hurt him at times.
Well,
and it is an advantage at time as well.
And 2022, it was an advantage, right? That Green Bay game always comes to my mind when he's walking off the field, like screaming.
Oh, yeah.
And all that stuff. Like his team loved it. But then John Mara that offseason was like, yeah, be careful. You can become a clown real quick in this town. Look at the next 2 years. Clown. Absolute clown. I don't know why John Morrow knew that was going to happen. Kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Yep.
But 100%. Yeah. Hope that those conversations are, hey.
Well, I mean, not that I want to compare the two, but look at Rex Ryan and Mark Sanchez we talked about earlier.
Oh, God.
There's a lot of hype behind him.
We'd have 2 Mark Sanchez references tonight.
Right? Damn.
That's concerning. That's honestly
very,
concerning.
Very
yeah.
Here. So, all right. One last topic here, and then it's time to put the fire to Will here. We got ESPN once again suggesting we trade Kayvon Thibodeau. Okay, you know what? I'm going to make this pledge to you guys right here. Last segment we ever will do about trading Kayvon Thibodeau, because I'm so sick of these writers talking about this. Why would you trade a young player you have in team control for 2 years at a decent number that I don't think has still hit his ceiling and is part of the strength, as we said, of your team? It just doesn't make sense.
And is only going to get better with Abdul Carter being there. It's only going to make his life easier. Like, it would not shock me if Abdul Carter's numbers are not impressive this year, but Kayvon's are insane.
How many times have you seen Kayvon this close to a sack?
Yeah. Oh, all the time. Like, frustrating. Like, it's absolutely frustrating. He's right there. And the guy's been putting in work this year. Like, I am a Kayvon stan. I was a stan when we drafted him. But sorry. Yes. Why would you trade away the strength of your team? I had to jump on this one too. You guys put good topics at the end.
Here's it was ESPN's Seth Wilder, by the way. Again, listen, guys, I haven't had cable in forever. I don't pretend to know every talking head on ESPN. But he said Kayvon and a 5th round pick next year to the Packers for their 2nd round pick.
That's insane.
Yeah. So hold on. I'm going to give up a guy that was the 5th overall pick for a 2nd round pick, and I'm going to throw in a pick as well myself.
Yeah. Nope. No, thank you.
There's only one way that makes any sense whatsoever, and that's if you are already giving up on Jaxson Dart and you're trying to load up picks for next year to get a quarterback. That's the only way that makes sense, guys.
Great point. Good point.
Giving up on a kid you haven't even seen play a preseason game yet. Preseason? Like, that's where it's
not the big round season.
It's absolutely
playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs.
No, I like preseason. Don't talk about the regular season.
We can win a game.
We're talking about practice here. But
gotta make it the regular game.
It's sanity. Now, here's what he said. He said there's nothing inherently wrong with having 3 talented players at edge. Oh, thank you for your permission, first off, to have 3 talented players at the position. I appreciate that, Seth. He said, because it's a premium position and the Giants can rotate snaps. So hold on. He's just saying we have 3 talented players at a premium position, and that's somehow a problem. We should trade one away. That's basically to start it off with. Craziness. Then he says, but it makes sense for them to divest from Thibodeau. That's because they're still in a rebuild and non-contenders in 2025. They're extremely invested at the position after spending top 5 picks on Thibodeau and Abdul Carter, and after trading for and handing a big contract to Brian Burns. They have plenty of holes to fill in 2026, the earliest they could feasibly contend. And obviously that's what they're in lieu of talking about the draft pick and who they can get in the 2nd round here. Okay. We have said this before in the show, but I'm going to go through the little timeline with you guys here. Okay. Let's do the time warp again. Okay. We're going to jump to the left. And Brian Burns is obviously the elder statesman here of this group. Now, again, big contract he has. But you know what's going to happen in 2 years when Kayvon Thibodeau becomes available for a, it was out. I should say becomes available. He's technically extended right now. But when his time is up, Thibodeau, with that 2 years left on that rookie deal he has, because we've already picked up now his 5th year option. Brian Burns in that year, that's 2027. We could technically save $14.5 million by cutting Brian Burns, getting rid of that big contract of his at that point, and signing Kayvon Thibodeau instead to a big contract. There is nothing precluding us whatsoever from keeping the younger player. So why in the hell would you listen? There are 2 things that matter big time in the NFL right now: having a quarterback and getting to the other team's quarterback. Those are the 2 most premium things in the NFL right now. We have one. Why the hell would you divest from that? We just talked about this is the thing that's got people excited. We're finally good at something. Like, that'd be a move that you expect, like a team like the
Bengals, a bonehead move,
or the Browns, or like
the
one of the crappy teams like the Raiders. Yes. Like, that's what you expect a team like that to do. You don't expect the New York Football Giants to make that kind of move. You expect them to be a little more smarter about it. We've worked years now. Years. So
I have nothing to add. It's a stupid article. The guy's obviously a Green Bay fan trying to get a pass rusher because they clearly don't have one.
they got Gary, don't they?
Wait,
I think
we have a Green Bay fan
hey,
listening?
no, but if Parsons
Oh, Parsons, there we go. Parsons
to Green Bay.
He'll probably say for a second round draft pick.
Just saying, you might have heard it here first, all right? But
Yeah,
either way,
honestly,
if Kayvon...
if anybody gets Parsons, they're going to have to give up multiple first round picks.
The load. They'll give up
it's going to be
load.
like,
But,
look at what it was Khalil Mack a couple of years ago. That's the kind of deal it's going to take.
Better. Yeah,
at a minimum.
But
Parsons is better, he says. Wow.
Than Khalil Mack?
I disagree respectfully.
Oh, no. Parsons is better. He's younger than Khalil Mack was when he got traded.
My only thing with him is there's still the personality issues with him. And that's part of the equation when I handed a big contract.
Micah Parsons has a bad personality?
There's been all kinds of rumors, even with him at Dallas. We saw the rumors, obviously, when he hit Penn State and all that stuff. But
yeah, I guess that's fair. But back to Kayvon, don't trade him.
No. And Jay, I see your comments. Every team is going to get on the bandwagon of signing guys up to 3 years to save money. They should re-sign him now. The problem is if you re-sign him now, he's already getting $16 million next year. How much do you want to give your third edge guy?
Yeah, and he might be clearly the third edge guy by the end of this year.
He might
be Abdul and Burns, and that might be what's just wrecking games. So you just don't know.
What you might have the Giants do is revisit this at the end of the year and say, you know what, fine. You had a good year. We're going to reward you with a new contract, but it's going to be an extension. We'll keep you at the $16 million next year, and we'll add it on from there. And then at the end of the next year, you look at maybe getting rid of Brian Burns then, depending on what we have to do money-wise and stuff like that. But there's ways to get around this issue. Like, people are acting as if we can't keep these three. One's on a rookie deal, guys.
And the Giants are also in a pretty good cap spot.
Actually, two of them on a rookie deal, I should say.
Yeah.
It's going to say, technically.
Yeah. I mean, one, and like I said, one has been a really good player for a couple of years. Again, I don't think he's the lead. I think he's overpaid to a certain degree, Brian Burns, but we've talked about that ad nauseum too. But he's getting, he's a guy who's good at stopping the run. And he's good at getting to the quarterback. Is he great at either one? Probably not compared to what he's getting paid. He's not elite at those guys, at those stuff. But he's above average and just below elite at both stopping the run and stopping the pass. So you don't want to get rid of him yet because you can afford to keep him. You don't want to get rid of Abdul Carter, obviously, yet you drafted the kid. You don't want to get rid of Kayvon because, quite frankly, you still don't know what you have in Abdul Carter. I know we're all excited about him. We have no goddamn clue.
Could be Chase Young.
You never know. It could be Kayvon Thibodeau. Let's be honest. We're a little disappointed on Kayvon.
Yeah, 100%.
And I still think most teams would take him in a heartbeat. Don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not the basher of Kayvon, but Kayvon is still an above average player in this league. But at number 5, you expect an elite.
Yep.
And he's not elite. So, again, we got to see what happens. Let the situation play out, guys. It will play itself out over time. Trust me. And this will be a conversation we'll probably have for the next couple of years, especially if this works out. Because things don't work out and players don't play good. It's easy to figure out how to fit them all in money-wise. When it does work out, that's when people start getting, I want money, gimme, gimme, gimme. And
that's right.
Said,
but we can't go, you get 20 million, you get 20 million, and you get 20 million.
I hate to break it to you, Rob, but if Kayvon has a good season, it's not 20 million, it's 25, 30.
Oh, 100%.
That's what you're literally looking at. And
it's a premium position. It
because the Giants have one more year with them, they can play a little hardball.
Yeah, but also
there's risk, especially with the guy with the injury history he's had.
Yep. The final thing, for me, is just look at what the Eagles did with a premium pass rushing line. They took the best quarterback in the NFL right now, Patrick Mahomes, and they dismantled him.
Yep.
And had an absolute ball doing it in front of the whole world.
Yep.
So the fact that the Giants are stocked up and loaded at this position is extremely exciting, and there's no reason after the last NFL game we all watched, the Super Bowl, to do anything to change that.
Yeah. Like I said, and the Giants did that to the Patriots. That's how we won those Super Bowls. Eli being clutch and us making Tom Brady hear footsteps.
That's how Russ did it.
Yeah.
Now,
without a doubt.
Yes. So. And almost did it twice. Sorry, Russ, had to bring it up.
Yeah.
It's one of the best games ever.
It was. And listen, I know I get it sucks for fans of the
Lynch.
Seahawks, but yeah, it was a damn good game. That was it wasn't the Jersey one. The Jersey one's the one that Peyton Manning won, right?
No, the Jersey was the one Peyton Manning lost.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one that was at MetLife, Russ was playing the Broncos.
Okay, so that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
and the game was a blowout. It was in 2013.
So
That's right. Yeah.
All right,
and
guys.
It was Marshawn Lynch that they did that play they did all year into the end zone against the Pats.
Yeah.
They lost.
Yeah.
It's time, guys.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's time for rapid fire here. So those of you guys who've been watching the last couple of weeks here, this is what we're doing now to all of our guests. We're putting them on the spot so they don't want to come on again. And we're going to go ahead and ask them about players on the Giants roster. And they have 30 seconds to give us their thoughts on them. And Rob and I go rapid fire back and forth, alternating who gives you a player at that point, basically until we get bored and stop being entertained. So, Rob, you go first.
All right.
Listen, we talked a lot about that defensive line, this rushing the passer, this, that. Let's go the opposite. Let's talk about JMS.
JMS. John Michael Schmidt. Sorry. I'm in fantasy mode. John Michael Schmidt. Hope he has a better year this year. Last year wasn't a great year for him, but I love his attitude. We need a good center. I am excited about him still. I think the offensive line I'm excited about, which is like a knock on wood thing for me. That's all I have on JMS. JSN. Why was I getting him confused with that? But I like it. JMS. Yeah.
Listen, we wish we had Jaxson Smith the Jig.
I'm in I got my fantasy draft in 2 J's, so J 3 letters totally threw me off. But yeah,
so big on him.
Oh man,
funny.
You're having a draft on a 6. That's early. Whew.
Yeah, it's early. It's early.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. He needs to step it up though. We need a leader at center. Was it Sean O'Hara? Was he our center back in the?
Yep.
Yeah, and he needs to step into that Sean O'Hara role, right? Really become that leader on the offensive line, especially because Andrew Thomas goes down all the time. So
yeah.
All righty. Deonte Banks.
Ooh. Been seeing some film on Deonte Banks that looks pretty good. I saw a couple nice little pass breakups against Nabors. He's another guy, right? Weren't they the same draft class? And
no, he was 1 year before Nabors.
No. One same draft class.
JMS.
That's JMS.
It was round 1, round 2.
Yep.
Yeah, Banks. I saw Banks get his first interception against Washington 2 years ago. I was at that game, and that was a ton of fun. And then last year, it just seemed like he was getting cooked left and right. I don't know if it's the difference between the Shane Bowen and the Wink Martindale system that messed him up, but I think he gets a little cocky with his physical abilities, and I think he gets burned because of it. So hopefully, year that was kind of tough for him, maybe, kind of put pen to paper and is going to push through and become that number 1 cornerback. And think about this, right? You get that defensive line with Kayvon, Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, and then you also have a number 1 cornerback. Then it's ridiculous because now the quarterback's first option is gone, and then the rush is there, right? That's the goal. So a lot of our defense kind of hinges on Deonte Banks.
Hopefully him and Adebo, one of them at least is good. We just need one good.
Just one. The pass rush should be good enough.
Yep.
100%. So let's keep that going. Let's go talk about Dru Phillips.
So hyped. He was great last year. One of the bright spots on the team, right? So McKinney's gone, Love is gone.
McKinney.
I miss him. I miss him. I can't believe we didn't keep either of them. But Dru Phillips, I thought, had a great year last year, was one of the bright spots of the defense. And again, I think he's had a really good camp from what I've heard. Him along with Javon Holland, that safety room should be awesome. So very, very excited. That's another piece that, in my opinion, is really underrated with the Giants. The Giants' defense is underrated in general. Everyone just talks about the defensive line, but there are other pieces that if they can step up and improve from year 1 to year 2, will be ridiculous. So that's going to be the team's identity, right? Is ball control with hopefully Skattebo and Tracy, Russ making some air balls, and then the defense kind of putting us in positions to win games. So yeah, hopefully Dru Phillips builds on another good year. Was that the rookie class from last year? Dru Phillips was a rookie last year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, just speaks that. Yeah. Again,
Third
that
overall.
rookie class last year.
Overall, sorry, third round.
Third round. Yeah. That draft class last year is ridiculous. Save Shane's job. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to continue with that same group, that same draft class. Tyler Nubin.
Nubin.
Same, right? His rookie year last year surprised all of us. Yeah, I don't know what else to add besides just hoping he builds on it and becomes a better player. These guys have a lot of upside. So I'm looking forward to just watching them. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but Nubin's camp has been pretty good.
I haven't heard too much of him at camp, honestly. That's the weird thing.
I haven't heard anything bad. I guess that's fair. I don't know if I've seen even a lot of film on him, like a lot of the clips that like the Giants release. So I guess it has been quiet.
But quiet's not always a bad thing.
No.
He's clear on that.
Yeah, especially on the defense. If you're not getting blown up by huge passes to like some 6-string guy that Jaxson Dart's throwing to, then that's a good thing. So, and my camera went like that. All right.
There we go.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, there we go.
Good. All right, I guess. Let's go back to the other side of the football. Let's go with Jalin Hyatt.
I saw a video. I saw a video of like someone critiquing his release, like when the ball is snapped, and it's definitely slow. And so I just want Jalin Hyatt to work out. I love the kid. I remember the video where Odell was kind of hyping him up, and I'm a big Odell fan, so to me that's like super exciting. And then his first year, I think it was Drew Love against the Patriots, just like was on fire. And it was like, oh, okay, this guy's really good. And then since then, it just seems like he cannot get open or do anything. So he's got to step up. But Russell Wilson seems to love the kid, right? Russell Wilson's first press conference, he came out and talked about how much he liked Hyatt. And you've seen some good stuff out of Hyatt from camp. Hyatt has definitely made some good plays. So hopefully Russ can airball it into him and Hyatt's speed can finally shine. So
I like how Jay put on the comments that I would love to never hear Jalin Hyatt's name again. You've said his name like 4 times since he put that comment.
No, but I'm very excited about a receiver on the Giants who hasn't had a great few years, but I hope he can turn it around.
Nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, no, really, it doesn't feel like it, right?
If he doesn't go up, he's going way down.
I mean, you could tell the Giants were trying to replace him. Replace Slayton with him. It seemed like that was their plan. They didn't want to pay a 5th-round pick. Slayton was kind of the old regime, but give Slayton credit. He's like fought for it, and Hyatt just cannot seem to make it work out. So
that's right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you another one of our draft picks, but I'm going to give you a guy that's been kind of disappointed the last couple of years. Daniel Bellinger.
Ooh.
Okay, man. I love this kid. 2022. I can remember the game against the Colts, that hook play where Bellinger ran around, made that huge catch. Felt like he was going to be a huge part of our offense. And it felt like he actually had a great connection with Daniel Jones, rest in peace. But felt like their connection was good. And once DJ went down, it felt like Bellinger became kind of irrelevant. So then you draft, who is it, Theo Johnson. And then we drafted we bring in Darren Waller, and then we drafted another kid this year. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the name. He's the tall guy with the tattoos.
Yes, we got Theo Johnson last year, Thomas Fidone the third this year.
Yeah, and so it feels like Bellinger might not even make the roster, which is kind of crazy to me. But I think he has a ton of upside and showed he can be really good. Again, the Ravens game in 2022 when Daniel Jones threw that touchdown to him, like the guy has hands. Yep. And he can make contested catches. So, yeah. So, he has 2 hands. But either way, I like Bellinger a lot. I would love – and also do some 3 tight end sets. I'd love to see the Giants kind of move to that, right? Especially where Nabors is clearly your number 1. If you have 3 good tight ends and Bellinger, Johnson, and I'm not going to remember that other guy's name, but if you have those 3, that it gives more rotation on offense for Dabes.
Yeah.
All right.
Did
I survive?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Going.
Listen, I'm going to go a little crazy.
One more each.
Well, I'm going to go a little crazy with my last one. Jameis Winston. This weekend doing a thriller.
Yeah. The thriller dance was good.
Touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 interceptions.
But all I'm going to say about Jameis is keep him on the roster. I would take 3 quarterbacks, cut DeVito, I don't think he'll get picked up. Put him on the practice squad. There's going to be a quarterback injury, and Jameis is going to have trade value. If not, Tyler Shuck is going to suck for the Saints, and all the players are going to be like, give us Jameis back. They're already doing it. So don't just cut Jameis. I think he's awesome for the locker room. I think he's a great veteran. Jaxson Dart, before he was drafted to the Giants, talked about how he wanted to play with Jameis. Mm-hmm. So, and Jameis also is a gunslinger. And the Giants haven't had a gunslinger since early Eli. So it's like, give it Jaxson a little bit of that. Like, I'd rather him hucking the ball over the place and we have to reel him in than being afraid to throw the ball deep like Judge did to Jones. So I like Jameis Winston a lot. And I couldn't believe when we signed Jameis that then we signed Russ like a week later. I was like, wait. I was like dead set. Jameis is our starter. We're going to go 50 for 50 this year, and it's going to be an absolute ball. Like, that's what I thought was going to happen. Like, Nabors is going to be the number 2 pick in fantasy football because he's going to get like 30 touchdowns. And so, yeah, I'm excited for Jameis.
Yeah,
all right,
you and me both. I've been hoping for that for the past
yes, I know.
seasons.
I know. I've been listening. I listen to you guys all the time. And when they signed him, I was like, Rob is so happy.
So we talked about Deontay Banks before. So for the last one, I'm going to give you his competition for a starting job. Cordell Flott.
Cordell Flott, wasn't he? Yeah, Cordell was, I remember seeing him a lot in like that slot corner for a while, especially his rookie year. Felt like he had like a lot of speed. Obviously not the biggest guy, not the strongest guy. Like Cordell Flott against DK Metcalf, kind of like a nightmare in my head, right? DK.
That's for most corners, though, in all fairness.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good tight end.
But, Cordell, didn't he make that last big play against the Vikings in our last playoff win? Yeah, I mean, Cordell stepped up in a big moment, which was cool because I think he was a rookie that year. Yeah, I mean, if not CB1, then CB2. And if not there, slot corner. I think, he has a ton of upside, but he's probably going to be coming up on a contract here pretty shortly. So
yeah, I think, it's his third year now?
Yeah. I think it's his fourth.
Yeah.
I think it's his fourth.
This will be his fourth. I think he just had his third.
Yeah, this will be his fourth. So maybe a little bit of fire in his butt to play better.
Oh my God, he's still 23 years old. I looked up.
Young kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
God damn.
Got him out of LSU.
Yeah, this is his fourth year. Yeah.
Yeah. He's young. And
wow.
So I don't know his history of injury off the top of my head, but I like Cordell Flott.
I feel like every single Giant.
Yeah.
Par for the course.
I think the thing with a lot of the Giants,
if you tore your ACL, have we the team for you?
Yeah.
Come on down.
Come on down.
Yeah, come on down to MetLife, where we tear ACLs every day. What was it? The 49ers game back in like 2020 where like 3 players tore their ACL in one game.
How about Marcus McKeithen, like comes in as a rookie. We got like a fan game of like, the in-team scrimmage basically, and the kid tears his ACL before he even plays the game.
It's just heartbreaking. Yeah.
Let's not get grass in the field though, huh, guys?
Yeah, but either way, Cordell Flott, I think a lot of the defense is really Shane Bowen dependent now. Shane Bowen needs to prove something to me. He's got a lot of pieces, and so hopefully that defense can step up. So,
alrighty, so you're out of the fire, Will. No,
how'd I do? I felt like I was like ill prepared. Yeah.
So before we get going here, Will, do me a favor. Let everybody know again where they can find your work there. I'm going to drop the link again in the
I appreciate
comments here, so that way if anybody wants to go ahead and subscribe, we would highly suggest. That's for sure. Like I said, the guy knows his stuff, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, me and my brother Matthew. So I live in New England. Me and my brother Matthew, we have a podcast. He is a diehard Patriots fan, but he's also a huge football fan. So we have a lot of fun. We give each other a lot of flack. Giants and Patriots, obviously, it's a pretty good rivalry. So we have a podcast called the 2 Point Podcast, where he and I, we don't really argue too much, but we will argue. But we talk about football news. We haven't done one in a little bit. We have a lot of life events going on. Like we talked about at the beginning, married, got a house, started a new job today. So we'll get something out there soon. But yes, I appreciate it. But this was an absolute blast.
No new car, though. The car is staying, goddammit.
Yeah, don't jinx it. Drew.
Yeah.
Stop Drew.
I said the car is staying.
It's a Lexus 2008
Oh,
DS sedan.
It's a Toyota. It'll live forever.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, like the world will come to an end, and cockroaches will be driving around Toyotas and Hondas eating Twinkies.
I love it. Please tell me that. My granddad gave me the car, and so just past 200,000 miles. So we are fingers crossed. But today was a blast, guys. I really appreciate you having me on. Your community is awesome, by the way. Just great job. Episode 506. That's awesome.
Is it? I don't know. Rob's guessing on the number.
Well, whatever episode.
I think it's 505.
505. Either way, you guys should be so proud of that.
Because I think it was
you guys are awesome, and let's hope the Giants have a good year this year. And I'll be listening in and chatting and all that fun stuff.
Well, and you're always welcome to come back. You know that, man.
Whenever you want me. Whenever you want to bring the what was her name?
Are you available Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday? Okay.
What was our name? We're not the bandwagoners. What are we? We're the what was that guy calling us?
Jackwagons.
The Jackwagons. That's I
Here we
love
go.
that. Yeah,
Here we go.
We're the Jackwagons.
Here we go. And welcome to the new Two Giant Goofballs. Uh-oh. No, he's in the spot. He's in the spot now.
I'm now in the middle. But I had a great time, guys. Thank you so much.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, not as good as my beard definitely just up a lot.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, thanks, guys. Again, appreciate everybody for watching, listening. Again, thanks, Bill, for coming on with us, man. Definitely appreciated. Guys, we'll be back again Wednesday night for you guys. We still have a couple people that are looking at their schedule, might be popping on. We might have a guest. We might not have a guest. We definitely have a guest on Thursday. So we'll let you guys know that one on Wednesday. So we're pumping out guests like crazy because it's that time of the year. Everybody wants to talk football right now. It's the fun time, but people aren't as busy as they are in season. So we're trying to get people on for you guys like that. So again, if you haven't already, guys, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe, tell a friend about the show. Because again, we suck at marketing. Without you guys, we are basically just lost and no one's listening at all. And that's kind of boring for everybody. So appreciate you guys as always for watching. We're always live on YouTube, our preferred platform, along with Facebook, Twitter /X, Twitch, and of course, Rob's favorite, my LinkedIn profile. And of course, as always, guys, we're available the next day on all the audio podcast platforms. It's Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, all the big ones there. Again, guys, appreciate you guys for watching as always. And as always, Giant fans,
go G-Man!
Go
G-Man!
Go G-Man! G-Man!
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.